Hello class. Believe it or not, we are almost to the halfway point of our semester. Yes, we just finished the second week on Wednesday, but with a 5-week class, 2.5 weeks, that's the halfway point. So we are almost there. So I thought this is a good time to talk about where we've been and where we're going. So that's why we're here on the syllabus page, because it tells you over here kind of how everything is grouped for the semester. So our Unit 1 was worth 20% of your course grade, and that was all the assignments, kind of the college success, getting to know yourself assignments. So we talked about goal setting and time management, learning about yourself through the Myers-Briggs and the emotional intelligence inventory. And then this week we did a very quick Unit 2, just looking at careers and career planning with the big assignment we had due on Monday and the little presentation due on Wednesday. So those two things together were 15% of the course grade. And now with the assignment that's due on Friday night we're beginning Unit 3. And I'll talk a minute about the goal of our Unit 3 assignment. But this Unit 3 and Unit 4 really work together because what you're researching in Unit 3, then you'll use for Unit 4. And so taken together, that's 30% of your course grade. So this is really kind of the biggest assignment / units of our semester. Once those are done, we'll do a quick unit on financial literacy, have one day for our final exam, and then the semester is done. So let's talk a little bit about Unit 3 and what it's going to entail. So if I go down here to Unit 3, throughout Unit 3, we're going to walk through the process of information literacy that I introduced way back there in the first week of class. And so we're going to go through all the steps: identify, scope and plan, gather and evaluate, manage, and present. And that's going to bring us, the end goal of Unit 3 is going to be this annotated bibliography project. An annotated bibliography, so you know that word annotation already, right? We annotated articles when we talked about how to do active reading. So the word annotation basically means to make notes. And so when you're making notes in the margin of a reading so that you can understand it better or write a summary of it, that's one form of annotation. For an annotated bibliography, we're making notes on our bibliography, making notes more specifically about the sources that are contained in our bibliography. And so in the real world, annotated bibliographies are often used in an academic setting to share information about sources with other researchers. So for instance, I'm going to write something about student success. And so I've got all these articles about student success, and I want to be able to tell other people this is a good article about student success. This one is not. Give them a brief summary to help with their research. Then I might make an annotated bibliography. Another thing annotated bibliography does is for you as the person writing the annotated bibliography is it makes you really look critically at your sources and think about how they're contributing to the argument that you're going to write. And so let me come down here for our annotated bibliographies. Oh, no, there's a video here that tells you how to do the annotated bibliography, kind of the nuts and bolts. So that might be something you even want to watch sooner rather than later, because it might give you context kind of for this whole unit. But for our annotated bibliography, you're going to be looking for 4 sources. 2 of them should be through the library databases. And for each source, you're going to do a citation in MLA format, like you would for a works cited page. You're going to write a summary of the source. You're going to evaluate how you know if the source is a good and credible source. And then you're going to talk about the role the source is going to play in your research. So every source is different, right? Some of them are the results of studies. And so that's really helpful to give you some statistics and some real fact-based evidence. But some, like the Hanford articles we did, provide real-life examples of people. And so that's really helpful too. And so each source has a different role that it could play in a research project. So the last part is you're going to talk about that role of the source. You are going to have 4 sources. Oh, I didn't change the grading on here. It is 4 sources. It says here in bold, you'll be looking up 4 sources. And the topic that you're picking way back in assignment 9, the one that's due for Friday, the topic of your annotated bibliography is something related to college success for a group of students. So when you go on the databases and you do your searches, you might do college success and Black students or African American students, or you might say college success in Latino students, or college success and students with disabilities, or veterans. So you can pick any kind of group of student that you're curious about, you know, either why they struggle to be successful at college, or even why, you know, they are more successful than other groups at college. And so you're looking for just a particular group to research: first generation students, single parents, adult learners. So there's lots of ways that we can group students to look at their success at college and why they have it or why they don't. Here is a sample from a past student from last summer. It is a student paper, so it's not 100% perfect, but it was an A paper. Note that they had to do 5 sources. You only have to do 4. So this is the annotation in MLA format. Then there's the summary, the evaluation, and the explanation of role. And this student has put headings on each of those. I like that. It makes it really easy for me to grade. I can see, rather than if you write a big paragraph, sometimes it's hard for me to tell the difference between your evaluation and your explanation of role or something. So I might mark off points when you think that you had done both. So I think labeling it like this makes it really crystal clear to both of us that you've completed each part. So you'll have your 4 annotations, and each annotation will have 4 sections, right? The MLA annotation, the summary, the evaluation, and the explanation of role. So that's what that looks like, if that helps you to go back and look more in depth at that. So that's the goal for the semester, for this unit, I should say. And then in our unit 4, you see for unit 4, there's only one assignment really for our unit 4, and that's then to take what you've learned about your topic and then do a presentation. For this one, we're not just going to simply do a PowerPoint. You're actually going to give the presentation and turn it in kind of the way I'm presenting to you right now. I think that's it. You're all doing great with asking me questions, so keep them coming. If you need help with anything throughout this unit, let me know. And thanks. Bye.